Now we got ourselves a call here late at night in the state of Delaware. There's lots of places heading out towards the beaches that you have to cross these causeways. You can see the growth on the side of the road there just outside of the guardrails, and this is pretty thick marsh right here, and these causeways flood during the high tides, and a lot of times cars will think that they can just drive through the water no problem. Impatient, I suppose. I'm sure there's several different reasons why somebody might do that, but it never fails. We'll get a call for somebody trying to go across the causeway during high tide and flood their car out, and that'll be the end of that. I picked up BMWs, I picked up all kinds of cars in the causeways, especially late at night. But at any rate, this one is out here pretty good. You can see the police and fire and rescue. They didn't want to drive all the way out there, so if they've got sense enough not to come out there, pretty much everybody should have that kind of sense. And it's salt water, so it's not too good for the truck, but you got to do what you got to do. So this is a Sebring. I'm pretty sure it's a Sebring. This call actually happened about 2 years ago, and I've kept the footage this long. So basically I was running the night shift at this time, and I was totally unprepared for this call. I didn't have my wading boots on. I didn't have anything with me at the time. And so when the call came in, I just headed straight there instead of going in the opposite direction to pick up the boots and waders and stuff like that. Would have been just as easy for me to go and pick the call up and then get changed after the call. Very few calls generally come in at this time of night. This was sometime around 11:30, 12 o'clock. Things generally slowed down about 10:30, at least when I was on the night shift. They would slow down about 10:30 and then pick up about 2 o'clock and run sometimes pretty busy between 2 and 3:30. So I had plenty of time to go home and change my clothes and get redressed and get ready to come back out, which is exactly what I did. Now check the car. There's no keys or anything like that left in it, which is most of the time the case when the driver's not with the car. They just take their keys, stick them in their pocket. It's a habit. I understand it. But this becomes then a winch situation. I'm going to have to drag the car basically as if the call wasn't going to cost enough as it is. But you got to do what you got to do. I'm just barely moving the winch. I'm not trying to put no undue pressure on the winch or on the rope or anything like that. The braided rope's pretty strong, but there's still no sense in overstressing it. Once I get it up on the bed, it'll slide a lot easier than it would otherwise. The emergency lights down the road there look pretty surreal. Thankfully, warm time of year. My feet didn't get cold. I didn't get cold. That's always a plus. Get this thing strapped down. I have to go find the rear bumper. I did not find the rear bumper, but I looked around for it a little bit and made sure it wasn't left in the roadway. I didn't see it. It could have been underwater, but I didn't see it. I looked around for it. So, strapped it up. Once I get it strapped up, then I'm able to back out. I didn't want to go on down the causeway any further. Just back it out. It's a pretty long causeway, so it's faster and really better on the truck just to spend as little as time as possible in that saltwater marsh. Get the car back to the lot, put it in impound, take the water hose and get all the junk that I can off the wheels and tires and brakes and the frame of the truck, and just try to help it not do too much damage to my vehicle.